precious one, listen carefully. Archangel Michael is not whispering today. He is declaring with urgency. Open this at once. An amazing surprise is on its way to your home. Don't delay. Open it immediately. This is not random. This is not coincidence. This is divine timing knocking at your door. Right now, something has already been set in motion. Before you even click this message, heaven had already prepared a shift around your house. Yes, the very place where you sleep. The very walls that have heard your prayers. The very door you walk through every day without realizing that angels have been stationed there. Archangel Michael stands at the entrance of your home with his sword of light raised, not in danger, not in fear, but in protection and authority. He says there is a sealed blessing that has been waiting for your attention. It is not just a physical surprise. It is spiritual alignment. It is divine orchestration. You have been praying quietly. You have been asking silently. You have been hoping for a sign. And today, the command is clear. Open it immediately. But what does that mean? It means you must open your awareness. Open your expectation. Open your faith. Because what is arriving at your home is connected to something you almost gave up on. There is a package, symbolic and real, prepared by heaven, and delay could cause you to miss the fullness of its impact. Archangel Michael reveals that many people ignore divine surprises because they look ordinary at first. A simple knock, a simple message, a simple opportunity. But hidden inside is restoration, breakthrough, and a sudden shift that changes everything. Have you felt unusual anticipation lately? Like something is about to happen but you cannot explain it. That stirring is not anxiety. It is preparation. The angels have been arranging circumstances behind the scenes. There has been spiritual warfare around your home, not to harm you, but because your house carries purpose. There is light inside your walls. There is destiny inside your atmosphere. And the enemy tried to delay what is coming. But Michael intervened. He says, I have cleared the path. I have removed obstacles. Now you must respond. This surprise is connected to restoration in your household. Relationships that felt distant will begin to soften. Financial strain that felt heavy will begin to lift. News you thought would never change will suddenly shift direction. But here is the deeper revelation. The opening is not just external. It is internal. There is a part of your heart that closed after disappointment. There is a dream you quietly locked away. You told yourself, it is better not to expect too much. And Archangel Michael is saying that protective closure is now blocking a blessing. Open it at once. Heaven cannot pour into a closed vessel. The surprise is already traveling. The miracle is already assigned. But your readiness determines the impact. Look around your home differently after this. Walk through your rooms with expectation. Speak life over your doorways. Declare peace over your windows. Because something has shifted in the spiritual realm. There will be a sign within days, maybe through a phone call, a delivery, a message, or an unexpected visitor. Do not dismiss it. Do not delay your response. Act with faith. Archangel Michael is emphasizing urgency not because you are in danger, but because you are in alignment. This is a divine acceleration. What took months will unfold in days. What seemed blocked will suddenly open. What looked ordinary will reveal extraordinary purpose. And here is the mystery. The surprise is not only for you. It will impact everyone under your roof. Someone in your home who has been carrying silent worry will experience relief. Someone who lost confidence will regain strength. Michael says your house is becoming a testimony. But remember, testimonies begin with obedience. Open it immediately. Open your gratitude. Open your courage. Open your expectation. Open your door to what heaven has dispatched. The timing is precise. If you are hearing this, it is because you were meant to prepare. Something amazing is on its way. And this is only the beginning. Beloved soul, the atmosphere around your home has already begun to change, even if your eyes cannot fully see it yet. Archangel Michael is moving with precision, adjusting what seemed fixed, rearranging what felt permanent, and aligning what once appeared delayed. The declaration has already been released in the spiritual realm. Now the physical realm is preparing to mirror it. There are unseen details being orchestrated at this very hour. Conversations are shifting behind closed doors. Decisions are being reconsidered. Opportunities that were once postponed are quietly returning to the table. You may think nothing is happening because your daily routine looks the same, but heaven never works without movement. Something has been activated. Archangel Michael says the surprise approaching your home is layered. The outer layer will look simple, maybe even ordinary. But the inner layer carries acceleration. You must not judge it too quickly. Many blessings are wrapped in simplicity. If you expect something dramatic and loud, you might overlook something powerful and strategic. Have you noticed small signs lately? A repeated thought, a sudden memory of a dream you buried, a strange sense of readiness. These are not random. These are signals. Michael is preparing you mentally and spiritually so that when the surprise arrives, you do not hesitate. There was a season when you felt stuck inside your own house. The same walls began to feel heavy. The same rooms started to echo with doubt. But that season is closing. The spiritual weight is lifting. Michael has been guarding your threshold, ensuring that nothing destructive crosses into your atmosphere. He says your home is about to experience a shift in tone. Where there was tension, there will be calm. Where there was uncertainty, there will be clarity. Where there was lack, there will be provision. But you must cooperate with the process. Open space for it. Clear the emotional clutter. Release old resentment. Let go of the fear that whispers, "What if this does not work?" Because this time, it is not built on your effort alone. It is supported by divine alignment. The urgency in the message was not to scare you. It was to awaken you. Delay is sometimes subtle. It looks like overthinking. It sounds like self-doubt. It feels like waiting for the perfect moment. Archangel Michael says the perfect moment is now. The instruction was clear. Open it immediately. You may soon receive news that surprises you. It may involve finances, a household matter, or something that directly impacts your stability. Instead of reacting with anxiety, respond with faith. Say, "This is what was declared. This is what was prepared." Your response matters more than you realize. When you respond with faith, you unlock the second layer of the blessing. When you hesitate in fear, you slow its expansion. Your arrival is set, but the impact depends on your openness. There is also someone connected to your home who will be affected by this shift. Someone who has been silently observing you. Someone who has been waiting for a breakthrough in your environment before they believe in their own. Your obedience becomes their encouragement. Archangel Michael emphasizes that what is coming is not temporary excitement. It is structural change. It touches foundation, not just surface. That is why preparation is necessary. Right now, take a deep breath and visualize light filling every room in your house. Imagine peace replacing pressure. Imagine provision replacing worry. This is not imagination. It is spiritual rehearsal. And if this message is resonating with you, if you feel that stirring confirmation in your spirit, do not stay silent. Engage with it. Like this video so that this declaration reaches more homes. Share it with someone whose household needs divine intervention. Comment your expectation below, declaring that your house is aligned for blessing. Subscribe to this channel so you remain connected to these prophetic updates. When you interact, you amplify the flow of this message into other lives. Yours more unfolding than you think. The next revelation will connect deeper into why your home was chosen for this specific surprise. You will understand why the timing is precise and why delay was never an option. Hold your focus, because what is about to be revealed will shift your understanding of everything happening around you right now. Chosen vessel, there is something deeper you must understand right now. The surprise approaching your home is not random generosity from heaven. It is a response to something you did months ago when no one was watching. Archangel Michael is revealing that your quiet obedience triggered a chain reaction in the spiritual realm. A decision you thought was small has now matured into something extraordinary. You may not even remember the moment clearly. It was when you chose integrity over convenience. When you decided to remain patient instead of reacting in frustration. When you held on to faith instead of surrendering to discouragement. That unseen choice became a seed. And seeds do not shout when they are planted. They grow in silence. Now the harvest is near your doorstep. Archangel Michael says there is a reason this blessing is connected specifically to your home. Your house represents stability, foundation, and identity. The surprise coming is not meant to be temporary excitement. It is meant to anchor something new into your daily life. Something sustainable. Something that shifts the atmosphere long-term. You may have sensed spiritual pressure recently. Strange delays. Unexpected minor frustrations. A feeling like something was trying to distract you. That was not coincidence. Whenever a significant breakthrough approaches, resistance attempts to test your focus. But Michael stood firm. He guarded what belongs to you. He says the path has been cleared. The assignment is protected. Here is also revelation about timing. If this blessing had arrived earlier, you would not have been ready to manage it. If it had arrived later, you might have grown tired. This exact moment is balanced between preparation and promise. Heaven calculates with precision. The surprise may involve restoration. Something lost may return in a new form. A connection once broken may reopen. An opportunity once rejected may reappear with better terms. But this time, it will come with confirmation. You will know it is divinely arranged. Do not let disbelief block it. You have been conditioned by past disappointments to expect delay. But this is acceleration. Archangel Michael emphasizes urgency because alignment windows do not stay open forever. When the door moves, step forward. When the message comes, respond. When the opportunity knocks, receive it without hesitation. There is also a symbolic meaning to open this at once. It refers to gratitude. Gratitude unlocks expansion. When you express appreciation before seeing full results, you demonstrate faith. And faith multiplies what is already in motion. Walk through your home today with intentional awareness. Speak peace into every room. Declare that your house is a dwelling of favor. The atmosphere shifts when you speak with authority. Michael says your voice carries more spiritual weight than you realize. Someone under your roof had been waiting for hope. They may not say it out loud, but they feel the tension of uncertainty. This surprise will impact them deeply. It will restore confidence in your household. It will renew belief that divine help is real. You are not forgotten. Your address has not been overlooked by heaven. There is movement toward you. And here is the final revelation for this moment. The surprise is not only material, it is spiritual elevation. A new level of discernment will awaken in you. You will begin to sense divine timing more clearly. You will recognize opportunities faster. You will respond with boldness instead of fear. Archangel Michael stands as witness that what was declared will manifest, not because of chance, not because of luck, but because of alignment. If this message speaks directly to your spirit, type "My house is ready" in the comments as an act of agreement. Blessing code 4599 has just been released over your home. And as this code is released, understand something powerful. When you sow into the work that spreads these messages, you are not supporting a channel. You are lighting lamps in other homes. The Lord declares those who water others will themselves be refreshed. When you give through Super Thanks membership, with the PayPal link in the description, you become a river carrying living water into thirsty hearts. I feel called to stand in this moment and act. This is not a donation. It is a seed in fertile ground. As you sow, may oil of favor overflow in your house, and may open heavens respond to your obedience. Step into this prophetic act now and release your seed boldly. Faithful heart, the atmosphere has shifted again. What was once only a declaration is now becoming tangible movement. Archangel Michael is revealing that the surprise approaching your home carries layers you have not yet imagined. It is not a single event. It is a sequence. One door opens, and behind it stands another. You must understand that heaven does not operate in fragments. When God prepares a blessing, He prepares the environment that sustains it. That is why certain things in your life have been quietly rearranging. Certain relationships have adjusted. Certain distractions have faded. Even your daily habits have been shifting without you fully realizing why. Michael says this was preparation. There is a restructuring happening within your household. You may have noticed subtle changes in conversations, a different tone in the air, a sense that something unresolved is finally calming down. These are not coincidences. When a divine surprise approaches, chaos cannot remain in control. Order must be established first. You once asked for stability. You once prayed for peace inside your walls. That prayer had not been forgotten. It had been processed, examined, and scheduled. And now, it is arriving. However, the angelic message carries instruction along with promise. When the surprise manifests, you must not shrink back into old patterns. You not sabotage new beginnings with old fears. The enemy's last strategy is to whisper doubt at the moment of breakthrough. You may hear thoughts like, "This is too good to last," or "something will go wrong." Those whispers are echoes of past disappointments, not reflections of your future. Archangel Michael stands to silence those lies. He reminds you that what is ordained cannot be reversed by insecurity. There is also a revelation about timing within your home. Someone who once resisted change is becoming more receptive. Someone who carried quiet skepticism is beginning to soften. The surprise coming will influence them deeply. It will open their perspective. It will create unity where there was hesitation. This blessing is generational. It does not stop with you. It alters the trajectory of those connected to your address. Think about that carefully. Your obedience today affects tomorrow's foundation. Michael emphasizes vigilance. When you sense the arrival, respond quickly. Whether it is a decision you must make, a call you must answer, or an opportunity you must accept, do not delay. The original command still stands. Open it immediately. Here is also something symbolic about your physical space. Consider clearing and organizing your home in the coming days, not out of pressure, but as an act of readiness. When you create space, you signal belief. You may even feel led to rearrange certain areas. A shift in position sometimes represents a shift in mindset. Follow that prompting. It is part of alignment. Archangel Michael reveals that protection remains active. You are not stepping into this new season unguarded. Angelic presence surrounds your dwelling. Fear has no authority here. Confusion has no residence here. Doubt has no ownership here. The surprise may initially seem small, but its ripple effect will be large. Do not measure impact too quickly. Some seeds sprout quietly before they flourish visibly. Trust the process. You have waited longer than you expected. You have endured more than you wanted. But endurance builds capacity. Now you can handle what is coming. You can steward it wisely. You can grow with it. There will be a moment very soon when you pause and realize, this is what was spoken. That recognition will bring gratitude. It will bring awe. It will bring confirmation that you were guided correctly. Until then, remain steady. Guard your thoughts. Speak positively within your home. Encourage those around you. The atmosphere must stay receptive. Archangel Michael concludes this segment with assurance. The surprise is not delayed. It is advancing. Every second brings it closer to your door. Stay aligned. Stay open. Stay ready. Because when it arrives, you will understand why every prior step mattered. Steadfast soul, there is a sacred tension building in the atmosphere, and you can feel it if you become still enough. It is the quiet moment before fulfillment, the breath held just before breakthrough. Archangel Michael is revealing that the surprise on its way to your home is now within reach. What was distant is drawing near. What was hidden is preparing to be revealed. You may sense unusual restlessness. Not anxiety, but anticipation. It feels like standing at the edge of something significant. This sensation is not accidental. It is spiritual awareness increasing within you. Michael says your spirit recognizes movement before your mind can understand it. There has been a divine recalibration taking place inside your household. Patterns that once drained energy are losing their grip. Conversations that once felt heavy are becoming lighter. Even your sleep may have shifted recently, as if your body is adjusting to a new rhythm. These are signs of transition. The message remains clear. Open it immediately. But now the meaning expands further. Opening also means releasing control. For a long time, you tried to manage every detail. You tried to predict outcomes. You tried to protect yourself from disappointment by limiting expectation. That survival strategy once helped you endure difficult seasons, but it cannot carry you into this new one. Archangel Michael says control must be exchanged for trust. Trust is not passive. It is active agreement with divine timing. It is choosing to believe that what is arriving carries wisdom beyond your planning. When the surprise appears, it may not align perfectly with your original vision. It may come through an unexpected person or unusual pathway. Do not reject it because it looks different from what you imagined. Heaven rarely repeats old methods. It creates new routes. There is also a personal transformation connected to this moment. You are not the same person who first prayed for change. You have grown. You have matured. You have gained discernment. That growth qualifies you to receive more responsibly. Michael is also addressing hidden fear. Somewhere inside you is a small voice asking, "What if this is not for me?" Silence that thought immediately. The declaration was specific. Your home was named. Your address was recognized in the spiritual realm. This is not a general blessing floating aimlessly. It has direction. And yet, preparation continues. The next few days may feel unusually calm. Do not mistake calmness for stagnation. Calmness is often the final preparation before movement. Think of the sea before a ship arrives at shore. The waters settle to allow safe docking. In your household, continue speaking encouragement. Continue expressing gratitude for small things. Continue acting as though you expect good news. Behavior shapes atmosphere. Atmosphere influences manifestation. Archangel Michael also reveals that someone who doubted your faith will soon witness its reward. Not to shame them, but to inspire them. Your consistency has been observed. Your resilience has been recorded. And now your testimony will become visible. There may be a practical step required of you very soon. A form to complete. A response to send. A decision to confirm. Do not procrastinate. The original urgency remains relevant. Immediate obedience accelerates blessing. Remember, the surprise is not merely material provision. It carries restoration of confidence. It rebuilds hope inside your walls. It renews a sense of purpose within your daily life. Your home will feel lighter, as if fresh air has entered rooms that once felt closed. Michael says this is not the end of a journey. It is the beginning of expansion. Once this arrives, new possibilities will follow. Doors you never considered will become visible. Ideas you once dismissed will regain strength. Stand firm in expectation. Do not allow external noise to distract you. Protect your focus. Protect your peace. Protect your anticipation. The moment approaches when you will look around your home and sense that everything feels different. You will not be able to fully explain it, but you will know it. That knowing is confirmation. Archangel Michael remains stationed at your threshold, not in warning, but in welcome. The surprise advances steadily. Continue to prepare your heart. Continue to align your words. Because when you open it, you will step into a new chapter that changes how you view your home forever. Courageous one, what you are sensing now is not imagination. The shift has intensified. Archangel Michael is speaking with clarity that the surprise on its way to your home is entering its final stage of approach. This is the hour where faith must become bold. You have noticed subtle confirmations, small alignments, conversations that suddenly make sense, doors that once felt sealed now slightly open. These are not random patterns. They are indicators that the declaration spoken earlier is materializing step by step. Michael says there was a spiritual barrier that had to be dismantled before this could arrive. That barrier was not outside your home. It was woven into doubt, past disappointment, and silent fear. You carried questions like, why did it take so long? And was I overlooked? Those questions created a thin veil over your expectation. But that veil has been torn. The atmosphere inside your house is clearing. You may not see angels with your physical eyes, but spiritually, assistance surrounds your space. There is protection at your doors. There is peace assigned to your windows. There is alignment flowing through your rooms. The instruction remains urgent. Open it immediately. And now Michael explains further. When the opportunity presents itself, respond without rehearsing failure. Do not overanalyze the blessing. Do not interrogate the miracle. Some doors require courage more than understanding. You are stepping into a season where obedience must be swift. There is also a revelation about finances and stability. The surprise may directly influence your sense of security. If you have been worried about provision, expect relief. If you have been carrying quiet pressure about responsibilities, expect assistance. Heaven has not ignored the weight you carried, but preparation includes generosity of spirit. As your home receives, let your words be kind. As your situation improves, let your heart remain humble. Blessings expand where gratitude resides. Michael also reveals that someone observing your journey is about to regain hope because of what happens in your life. They watched you endure. They saw you persist quietly. And when this surprise manifests, it will strengthen their belief that divine timing is real. Now is not the time to withdraw. Engage with this moment fully. If this message is stirring something within you, let it move beyond silent agreement. Like this video so the declaration can travel into other households that need restoration. Share it with someone who has been waiting for a sign about their home. Write in the comments that you are ready to open what heaven sends. Subscribe to this channel so you stay connected to these prophetic insights. When you actively participate, you amplify the flow of faith across nations. There is something important unfolding next, something that will reveal why your specific address was marked for this breakthrough. The details will deepen your understanding of everything that has happened in recent months. Keep your heart attentive because what is about to be revealed connects directly to your personal story. Archangel Michael emphasizes mental discipline. Guard your thoughts in these coming days. Avoid negative assumptions. Refuse to entertain worst-case scenarios. The mind is powerful soil. What you plant in it influences what grows around you. You may also feel prompted to take small practical steps. Organizing documents. Reviewing plans. Preparing conversations. Do not dismiss these nudges. They are part of alignment. Heaven coordinates with action. The surprise will not simply drop without interaction. It will require your participation. When you respond boldly, momentum increases. There is also a reminder: do not compare your journey to anyone else's. The timing of your household is unique. The path that brought you here was customized for your growth. What arrives for you will reflect your preparation, not someone else's timeline. Michael stands firm at your threshold, declaring that the season of delay has ended. What was pending is now progressing. What felt paused is now accelerating. Stay engaged, because the next revelation carries a detail that will confirm why this blessing had to approach your home at precisely this moment. You will see the pattern clearly. Watchful heart. The pattern is becoming clear now. What once seemed like isolated struggles were actually pieces of preparation. Archangel Michael is unveiling the reason your specific address was marked for this divine surprise. It is not only about provision or restoration. It is about assignment. Your home carries influence. You may see it as ordinary. Just walls, furniture, daily routines. But spiritually, your house has become a meeting point for decisions that affect more than you realize. Conversations that happen within your rooms shape futures. Prayers whispered in your kitchen ripple beyond your street. The surprise approaching you is linked to that unseen impact. Michael says heaven responds to environments that host faith consistently. Even when you doubted, you still hoped. Even when you were tired, you still endured. That consistency built spiritual credibility around your household. And now, what is arriving is reinforcement. There were moments when you almost changed direction. Times when frustration tempted you to settle for less. But something inside held you back. That restraint preserved this blessing. Had you moved too quickly in another direction, you might have missed this alignment. The reason timing is so precise is because other elements had to synchronize. Another person had to complete their process. Another decision somewhere else had to finalize. Another door in a different location had to close before yours could open. Divine orchestration is complex, but it is never chaotic. Archangel Michael also reveals that your home hath been under observation, not by negativity, but by purpose. There is leadership potential emerging within your environment. Perhaps you do not see yourself as a leader. Perhaps you consider your life simple. But influence is not always public. Sometimes it is domestic. Sometimes it is quiet consistency that inspires others. The surprise coming to your home will increase responsibility along with blessing. It may expand your reach. It may bring new connections. It may introduce opportunities that require maturity. This is why preparation mattered so deeply. There is also healing attached to this moment. Old disappointments connected to your house will finally lose their emotional charge. If there were memories of struggle, those memories will begin to transform into testimonies. The same rooms that once held tension will soon hold gratitude. Michael says, do not underestimate symbolic acts. When the surprise arrives, mark the moment. Pause. Give thanks intentionally. Acknowledge the shift openly within your home. Celebration anchors breakthrough. You may also notice increased clarity in your decisions. Confusion that lingered will dissolve. Choices that once felt overwhelming will simplify. This clarity is part of the gift. It strengthens your confidence moving forward. There is someone connected to your household who needs this transformation more than they have admitted. They may appear strong, but internally they have questioned stability. This blessing will reassure them. It will remind them that your home is supported by more than human effort. Remain attentive to subtle confirmations. A phrase repeated. A number recurring. A sense of peace in unexpected moments. These are signals reinforcing alignment. Do not dismiss them as coincidence. Archangel Michael stands not only as protector but as witness. He declares that what was delayed has now matured. What was hidden has now ripened. The surprise is not fragile. It is fortified. Yet humility remains essential. Receive without arrogance. Expand without forgetting the lessons learned in smaller seasons. Growth that honors its roots flourishes longer. You are stepping into a chapter where your home becomes known for stability, encouragement, and light. People may begin seeking your perspective. They may feel drawn to your atmosphere. That is not accident. It is assignment. Continue speaking peace into your rooms. Continue acting in expectation. Continue aligning your thoughts with promise. The next unfolding detail will reveal how this blessing extends beyond your immediate walls and begins influencing the path ahead of you. What is arriving at your home is also preparing you for what lies beyond it. Anointed listener, what is unfolding now moves beyond the boundaries of your physical address. Archangel Michael is revealing that the surprise arriving at your home is a doorway into expansion. It was never meant to remain confined within your four walls. It begins at your doorstep, but it reaches into your future. There is momentum building beneath the surface of your daily life. You may still be waking up at the same time, walking through the same rooms, speaking to the same people. Yet something invisible has accelerated. Heaven has shifted your coordinates. Michael says this surprise carries divine endorsement. It confirms that your household is trusted with increase. Increase does not always mean abundance in material terms alone. It means widened influence, deeper wisdom, and stronger alignment. It means your home becomes a launching place instead of merely a shelter. You once prayed for stability. Now stability is turning into capacity. You once asked for peace. Now peace is becoming authority. You once desired relief. Now relief is evolving into responsibility. Your arrival may feel simple at first. A message, a confirmation, a resource. But do not measure it by its surface. Its impact will unfold gradually. Like a key placed in your hand. It may look small, but it opens doors far larger than itself. Archangel Michael reveals that this blessing also protects you from a path that would have drained you. There was an alternate direction forming quietly in the background. It appeared attractive, but it would have led to exhaustion. The delay you once questioned was protection in disguise. Now the right path stands clear. You may notice a renewed confidence in your voice, a steadiness in your decisions, an unusual calm when facing challenges. This internal shift is part of the surprise. Heaven is not only changing circumstances, it is strengthening character. There will be moments soon when you sense that conversations align effortlessly. People who once hesitated may cooperate. Barriers that seemed immovable may dissolve without struggle. Do not be shocked. This is divine synchronization. Michael emphasizes gratitude again. Gratitude anchors expansion. When you acknowledge the blessing openly, you invite its multiplication. Speak appreciation within your home. Let every room hear words of thanks. Atmosphere responds to language. Someone close to you will be encouraged because of what unfolds. They have been watching quietly. They needed proof that perseverance produces results. Your breakthrough becomes their blueprint. Remember, this is not luck. It is alignment. It is the fruit of endurance combined with divine timing. If this message resonates deeply with your spirit, type expansion begins here in the comments as a declaration of agreement. Blessing code 8642 is now activated over your household. And as expansion begins, understand this sacred principle. When you help spread messages that awaken faith, you become part of the harvest. The Lord declares, I will open the windows of heaven and pour out blessing until there is no room to contain it. When you sow through super thanks, step into membership, or give through the PayPal link in the description, you are planting into fertile spiritual soil. I sense this is my moment to act in obedience. Your seed becomes oil that keeps this light burning in homes across nations. As you give, may increase pursue your household and may open heavens respond to your faith. Step forward now and release your seed with bold expectation. Determined spirit, the expansion has begun to ripple outward, and now you are standing at the edge of visible confirmation. Archangel Michael is making something unmistakably clear. What is arriving at your home is not a fleeting moment. It is a pivot point. You may soon recognize the exact instant when the shift becomes undeniable. It could be a conversation that changes direction. It could be a notification that alters your plans. It could be an opportunity that feels almost too aligned to ignore. When it happens, you will remember this declaration. Michael says the surprise carries validation. It answers questions you asked privately. It addresses concerns you never fully expressed. Heaven heard what you whispered in uncertainty. Nothing was dismissed. There were nights when you lay awake thinking about your household's future. You calculated possibilities. You imagined outcomes. You feared instability. Yet through all of it, something preserved you. That preservation was not random strength. It was guarded purpose. And now, the reward for endurance begins to surface. This next movement may require courage. Sometimes blessings stretch you. They demand new routines, new responsibilities, new levels of discipline. Do not resist growth because it feels unfamiliar. Growth is evidence that you are trusted with more. Archangel Michael emphasizes discernment. Not every voice around you will immediately understand your shift. Some may question it. Some may hesitate. Remain steady. The confirmation inside you is stronger than external doubt. There is also financial and practical structure being fortified. If you have felt instability in resources, expect balance. If you have been waiting for clarity about a decision connected to your home, expect resolution. This is not chaotic gain. It is organized advancement. You may feel prompted to make adjustments, rearranging schedules, revisiting plans, updating priorities. Follow that prompting. It is part of stepping into alignment. The spiritual atmosphere inside your home will feel lighter. Conversations may carry more optimism. Small disagreements may dissolve more quickly. Peace is establishing residency. Michael also reveals that what is happening now sets the tone for the next season of your life. The surprise is not only for comfort, it is preparation for leadership. You are being positioned to handle influence with humility. There will be a moment when gratitude overwhelms you. When you pause and think, this could have gone differently. That awareness will deepen your appreciation. Let it strengthen your trust. The enemy attempted to delay this through distraction, unexpected complications, emotional fatigue, subtle discouragement. But you endured, and endurance sealed the outcome. Do not forget the original instruction. Open it immediately. When clarity arrives, act. When confirmation comes, respond. Do not allow hesitation to interfere with acceleration. Your home is becoming a testimony of resilience rewarded. People will notice. They may not understand the spiritual journey behind it, but they will see the results. Archangel Michael stands as witness to this transition. He declares that what was once uncertain is now stabilized. What once felt fragile is now reinforced. Stay attentive. The next unfolding will address how you steward what has arrived and how to ensure it continues to grow. What begins at your doorstep now must be managed wisely within your walls. The surprise is not ending. It is expanding into responsibility, and you are ready for it. Awakened guardian of your household, you are no longer waiting at the threshold. You are stepping through it. Archangel Michael is declaring that stewardship now becomes the focus. The surprise that has arrived at your home is not fragile, but it is sacred. What heaven delivers must be handled with wisdom. There is a difference between receiving and sustaining. Receiving requires openness. Sustaining requires discipline. The blessing attached to your home carries potential that can either multiply or diminish depending on how you respond in the days ahead. Michael says this is where maturity speaks. You may already sense subtle changes in your thinking. You are evaluating decisions more carefully. You are considering long-term outcomes instead of short-term comfort. This is not accidental. It is preparation for preservation. What has entered your life must be nurtured. There may be new responsibilities unfolding around your home. Perhaps financial adjustments. Perhaps relational shifts. Perhaps opportunities that demand organization. Do not see these as burdens. They are frameworks designed to hold increase securely. Guard your peace intentionally. The atmosphere inside your house must remain aligned with gratitude. If old habits attempt to resurface, address them immediately. If negativity tries to creep back into conversations, replace it with affirmation. Sustained blessing thrives in healthy environments. Archangel Michael also warns against complacency. When relief comes, it is easy to relax too deeply and forget the discipline that carried you through hardship. Remember the lessons learned during waiting. They are tools for this new season. Someone within your home will look to you for direction now. They may not say it directly, but they will observe how you handle success. Your response will teach them how to respond in their own future breakthroughs. There is also a ripple effect forming. The shift in your household is influencing how you approach work, relationships, and opportunities beyond your walls. Confidence is replacing hesitation. Clarity is replacing confusion. Michael emphasizes that humility remains your shield. Do not allow pride to distort perspective. Remain grateful. Remain teachable. Remain aware that the source of this shift is divine alignment, not mere circumstance. If this message continues to confirm what you are experiencing, engage with it actively. Like this video so that others navigating their own household shifts can find encouragement. Share it with someone who is learning how to steward new blessings. Comment below that you are committed to managing what heaven has entrusted to you. Subscribe to this channel to stay connected with these prophetic insights that strengthen your journey. Your interaction helps carry this message into homes across the world. There is more unfolding ahead, something that will challenge you to think even bigger about what your home represents. The next revelation will reveal how this blessing prepares you for influence beyond what you initially imagined. Stay attentive because what comes next will stretch your vision. Archangel Michael concludes this stage with assurance. What has been given to your household is not temporary. It is designed to endure. But endurance requires intentional care. Continue speaking life within your walls. Continue making wise decisions. Continue honoring the shift that has taken place. The surprise you were instructed to open immediately has now become responsibility. And responsibility handled well becomes legacy. You are not merely receiving for today. You are building for tomorrow. Remain steady, because the next unfolding will show you how this household transformation connects to a much larger divine design. Faithful builder, what has begun inside your home is now aligning with something far greater than comfort or stability. Archangel Michael is unveiling the larger design. The surprise you were told to open immediately was never only about your personal relief. It was preparation for impact. Your household has shifted. The atmosphere is clearer. The pressure has eased. The direction feels steadier. But now comes the revelation that stretches beyond your doorway. What has stabilized within you is meant to influence beyond you. Michael says your home has become a training ground. Everything you endured taught you resilience. Everything you waited for built patience. Every disappointment strengthened discernment. Those qualities are no longer hidden. They are active tools. You are stepping into a season where your voice carries authority because it hath been tested. You may soon notice people seeking your counsel. They may ask how you remain steady during uncertainty. They may wonder how your household found balance after tension. Your testimony will not need exaggeration. Its authenticity will speak for itself. There is also expansion in perspective. Ideas you once dismissed as too ambitious will return with clarity. Plans that felt distant will appear achievable. The surprise at your home unlocked confidence that had been dormant. Archangel Michael emphasizes responsibility once again, but this time in relation to influence. Influence must be handled gently. Do not dominate conversations. Do not impose your journey on others. Instead, let your peace invite curiosity. Let your consistency inspire without pressure. The shift within your household is evidence that divine timing can be trusted, that truth will encourage those who are still waiting in their own season of uncertainty. There is also a reminder not to isolate yourself. Growth does not mean separation. Continue nurturing relationships. Continue building connections. The blessing is meant to circulate, not stagnate. Michael reveals that what once felt like a fragile dream is now a structured possibility, You have moved from survival into strategy, from endurance into direction, from uncertainty into alignment. Guard this alignment carefully. External distractions may attempt to pull your focus away from what matters most. Remain anchored in gratitude. Remain disciplined in action. Remain clear in purpose. Your home is becoming known for stability. Not because it is perfect, but because it is grounded. Grounded homes create grounded futures. There may also be a moment of reflection soon, where you look back at the beginning of this journey. You will see how each delay served a function, how each setback preserves something better. That perspective will deepen your trust moving forward. Archangel Michael stands as confirmation that this is not the peak. It is foundation. What has begun within your walls prepares you for assignments beyond them. Stay attentive. The final unfolding will seal this message with clarity and blessing. It will confirm the permanence of what has shifted and release a declaration over your future. Continue to steward wisely. Continue to speak life. Continue to honor the instruction you followed when you opened it immediately. The story of your household is no longer defined by delay. It is defined by divine alignment, and alignment leads to legacy. Beloved guardian of this sacred house, the circle is now complete. What began as an urgent declaration has become a fulfilled reality. Archangel Michael stands at the threshold of your home not to warn, but to affirm. You opened it. You responded. You aligned. And because of that obedience, something permanent has shifted. Look at your household now with spiritual awareness. The same walls stand, yet the atmosphere feels different. The same door opens and closes, yet the energy has changed. What entered your home was not merely a surprise. It was authorization. It was confirmation that your address is known in heaven. Michael declares that this transformation is sealed. No longer will your home be defined by uncertainty. No longer will it carry the quiet weight of waiting. The season of hesitation has closed. The season of confidence has begun. You did not miss the moment. You did not delay the response. You opened immediately, and heaven honored that obedience. There were forces that attempted to distract you at the final hour. Subtle discouragement, minor frustrations, thoughts that whispered, maybe nothing will change. But you stayed attentive. You remained expectant. And because of that, the blessing anchored itself deeply within your foundation. This was never only about material provision. It was about identity. Your household has been repositioned. Stability has replaced strain. Clarity has replaced confusion. Hope has replaced hesitation. Archangel Michael now reveals the final layer of this message. What happened within your walls is prophetic for your future. The pattern you witnessed here will repeat in greater dimensions ahead. When divine instruction comes, swift obedience will unlock acceleration again. You have learned the rhythm of alignment. Your home is now a testimony of divine orchestration. Conversations inside it will carry wisdom. Decisions made within it will reflect discernment. Visitors entering it will sense peace. This is not imagination. It is atmosphere transformed. There may still be challenges in life, but they will no longer shake your foundation the way they once did. You now know what it means to respond immediately when heaven speaks. That knowledge is protection. Michael stands as witness and declares blessing over every room. Over your entrance, peace. Over your bedrooms, rest. Over your kitchen, provision. Over your living spaces, unity. Over your future, expansion. Do not forget this journey. Remember how it began with urgency. Remember how it unfolded with precision. Remember how obedience sealed it. If this message has marked your spirit from beginning to end, type "My house is sealed in favor" in the comments as your final declaration. Blessing code 9901 is now released over your household and your future. And as this blessing is sealed, hear this final call. When you sow into this mission through Super Thanks, membership, or the PayPal link in the description, you are not funding a channel. You are sending light into homes standing where you once stood. The Lord says, "Give, and it shall be given unto you, pressed down and overflowing." I know this is my moment to act in faith and obedience. Your seed becomes fire on the altar, keeping this prophetic oil flowing across nations. As you give, may increase overtake your household, and may open heavens respond to your generosity. Step forward now and release your seed boldly, because obedience always unlocks greater glory.